Yeah, 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 mm, yeah. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. $25 live stream goal. If we meet it, I stay on 2 hours. If we don't, I stay on 1 hour. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Those are the preferred methods. If you must, do super chat or super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. But YouTube do take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. King or queen of the stream, you dig? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. We about to get started. We about to get started. We about to get started. I'm gonna play this until we get started.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the Cash App. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
What you got on my 40, homie?
I thought you had $200.
I do, but I won't spend Red's money.
You're going to come up to me and hug my neck and kiss me and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for getting that money out of my pocket.
Oh, I'll just hold on to my money because, there's hardship. Be careful.
You need to make a vow of faith of $1,000. Oh, Bob, couldn't you say 25? No! You can't make a $1,000 vow of faith. I'm saying in faith.
Tithe! Give money and you'll get the blessing. If you don't, nothing for you.
Put some anointing on this money. You put something up here. You put... Woo! Prosper. Prosper, I said. See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Donations. 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 Donations.
Thank you, Lord. You say you want to make a $500 vow? Then do it. Then do it. If that takes faith for you, do it. You want to make a $100 vow or two? If that takes faith, see, I like 1,000. Because I know I got you. I got you into faith.
Yeah. Let's get started.
Everybody, it is yours. Hey everybody, it is yours truly, Joyce Nicole. Hey everybody, it is yours truly, Joyce Nicole. And I am coming to you guys today because I had a question asked of me. And it was earlier today. I had a gentleman to ask me, who's known me for quite some time, to ask me why I'm still single. And I was kind of shocked when he asked me that question. He said, look at you, you're cute, you don't look your age. And by the way, guys, I'm 54, going on 55 years old.
Damn! I'm sorry.
Hold on, I wanted to I wanted to play a certain meme, but it ain't working, unfortunately. Let's see if I can get it to work. What up, Mystic? What up, Spirit? Rare Breeds, let me know something in the chat. Say what's up in the chat, Rare Breeds. If any Rare Bellas is in the house, make yourself be known, please. Mm. Let's see something. Let's see something. Let's see something. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Get you old. Stop trying to act like you this fragile little butterfly. You getting older and don't nobody want your old bitter ass. That's what that is what it's about. Like aging is a hard thing for women to come around to and to accept. That's a hard thing. Have you ever watched a fucking Cinderella movie where it be some old bitch and a prince come out on his horse and carriage to an old bitch and say, "Hey, here's the glass slipper. I want to take you off." She skated by the first 30 years. Didn't even have to put any effort in, right? But she's getting older now. She's older. And that's where all you can't manipulate me. That's where all shit. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
So, I'm gonna say this. She's about 55, if I heard that correctly. And some guy asked her, like, "Oh, why are you still single? You're beautiful. You're this. You're that. You're smart. You're funny." The same shit. So obviously, this guy was trying to shoot his shot in a subtle, laid back type of way. Now, I don't know if she liked this guy, if she didn't like this guy, but their brain is so fried at this point. Even if she did like this guy, she can't help but give some somewhat snarky response and probably turn one of the last hopes she had left. She's gonna turn him off with whatever response she's gonna give to why you're still single at this point. But yeah, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We need a $25 live stream goal met. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, nothing has been met. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Those are the preferred methods. Or you could do super chat or super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. But YouTube takes 30% off the top of those and make me wait 30 days to get it. Let's get it.
And by the way, guys, I'm 54, going on 55 years old. He was like, I know you're a go-getter, you run your own business. I know you're a go-getter, you run your own business. Going on 55 years old. He was like, I know you're a go-getter, you run your own business. All these different, accolades he was giving me. And he was like, well, why are you still single? Why don't you have a man? Is it because you're too independent or what? He said, I really want to know. So I stepped back for a second and then I said, okay, let me try to answer this very shortly. But what I had to say to him, I don't think he really, he wasn't ready for it. But so let me tell you what I said. I said, number one, it is my peace of mind. My peace of mind means everything to me. Being able to be at ease. I've been through a lot in this last several years, so peace of mind means everything. I don't do drama.
Hold on. Let's stop her for a minute. Everybody look at her. Does this look like a peaceful woman or does this look like a crazy woman? A deranged woman? A woman off her medication or maybe drunk?
Okay, let's break down this excuse. Oh, I'm single because I value my peace more. That's coming from the perspective that every situation you're going to get into is going to be chaotic and negative. It just shows you have a negative outlook on men and relationships with men. That you're just automatically assuming the worst case scenario if you dealt with a man, that it would just be bad. Because you have a lifetime full of experience. Because you have a lifetime full of bad experiences with men. You know? But I don't feel sorry for you because, like I always say, they know who the good guys are from 12 years old. They purposely don't pick the good guys because they're not sexually attracted to the good guys. So, this is God's way of paying you back for continuing to pick Satan. think don't think women realize that it could be God paying them back when they pick the bad boys over and over and over again. Maybe you get fucked over so hard by those bad boys because God's trying to teach you a lesson that most of you bitches never learn. Maybe you should try to get with a righteous man, even if he don't got swag and even if he ain't 6'2".
Or does this look like a crazy woman, a deranged woman, a woman off her medication, or maybe drunk?
It ain't giving ready to date. It ain't looking desirable. Look, she right now with that long, tired face. She like, I've been through a lot this year. Don't nobody want that. Just y'all got to acknowledge that. This
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
Hi, how are you?
It's better if we find somewhere private, baby.
You're a whore.
What? What are you talking about?
Ain't nothing funny about that. I wish one of y'all would just start laughing, because y'all know you think this is funny.
Aho. 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 Aho.
Aho. Aho. Beta.
I am no. I'm an alpha.
Beta.
Oh, because I tell you why.
Beta.
It's a sign of being a beta male. I didn't know that.
Beta.
Grow the fuck up. True evolution, that true growth as a human, it just
at
isn't
your
there.
age, you're basically
Oh my God,
unmatchable.
are you
like forget about
16?
it. Basically, you're done.
Mentally,
You're like a
yes,
has
she
been,
is.
and
Mentally,
no man
yeah.
will ever
Most
go
women's
for you.
brains don't develop too far past 20 at max. I'm talking like, and this is doctorate level woman. Get you old. Stop trying to act like you this fragile little butterfly. You getting older and don't nobody want your old bitter ass. That's what that is what it's about. Like aging is a hard thing for women to come around to and they accept. That's a hard thing. Have you ever watched the Cinderella movie where it be some old bitch and a prince come out on his horse and carriage to an old bitch and say, hey, here's the glass slipper. I want to take you off. She skated
Because I be feeling like everybody lying.
Didn't even have to put any effort in.
You lying.
But she's getting older now. She's older. And that's where all, you can't manipulate me. That's where all this shit. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
Those are the new memes that I just added in. They're not working, but we'll figure it out eventually. So pardon me. But let's get back into it.
that long, tired face. She like, I've been through a lot this year. Don't nobody want that. Just y'all got to acknowledge that. This sister may be sweet, kind, all that good stuff, but the wear and tear is on her face. Ain't no dude looking at you like, oh, you know, this is gonna be a long-term relationship. No, just no. I don't know what you is, but I'm gonna listen.
I don't want to deal with drama. You know, I'm here to help if I can, but we need to come with a solution. So that's one thing, my peace of mind. The next thing is that, like I said, I am in my 50s, so I'm not looking for a younger man. I'm looking for someone who maybe be in their latter 40s, 50s, or early 60s.
No.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just
keep hitting a wall. No, you don't get any of that, you dirty whore.
Yeah, ma'am. I I don't know why these older women, you know, in their 50s and 60s, think some man in his 40s is checking for them in a serious way. I wish they could explain it to me. Like, I wish they could explain to me how that makes sense to them. And it's just, you know, she want a top 10 percenter. She want a 45-year-old top 10 percenter to take serious a 55-year-old woman who chronicle her life on TikTok. Let's just continue.
Maybe be in their latter 40s, 50s, or early 60s. But the men that I have been meeting thus far, they have small children, or children that they are financially responsible for. So I don't want to be in that situation.
AKA older Pookie who's still, you know, slanging dick around, you know, recklessly. Who still got, you know, 5-year-olds and 3-year-olds and 6-year-olds at 55, 60. You know, that's Pookie and Ray Ray. They still at it at those old ages. You know, so she's still chasing after the same guy she's been chasing after since 15. You know, she doesn't qualify for respectable men in her age range. They damn sure ain't just slanging random dick around to different women. That's not what respectable men are doing. So if all you're running into is dudes with 3-year-olds at 55, hey, that's your level. So she's right. She should just not date because what she qualifies for, she's not going to be interested in. So she should continue to not date because she doesn't qualify for the guy that she would think is worth dating.
That they are financially responsible for. So I don't want to be in that situation. My youngest children are 25. My oldest grandchild is 15. However, I have 6 grandchildren, and I don't mind kids, but I don't want to be an auntie or a stepmom. I don't want to hear about when I want to go somewhere, I have to pay my child support or it's my weekend because I don't have those issues. So that's
Well, look, man, that's the thing, man. Relationships are going to have downsides to them. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has the perfect situation. But look, you're right. Just please don't date. Just don't date. It'll be best for everybody if you just don't date. But I just want to say this for everybody. Everybody who's looking to get into a relationship at any age, it's coming with some negatives. There's no getting around that no matter what. They're coming with some inconveniences and some negatives, even if you get with the best person in the world who's a perfect fit for you. So yeah, if you feel like you at the age where you ain't compromising no nothing and you ain't dealing with nothing, yeah, just please stay single and keep doing your TikToks and keep living your best life and hanging out with your grandkids.
go somewhere, I have to pay my child support or it's my weekend because I don't have those issues. So that's another reason why I'm still single. Also, I would like to meet someone that matches my energy, that is physically fit. And I'm not saying being a gym rat, but
Well, hold up, listen, partner, I ain't no cheap thrill.
A 55-year-old man who can match your energy got bitches out the wazoo. And look, you're not the same as a man. That's the thing. If a woman is over 30 and got her shit together, she's not going to get the same results as a 30-year-old man who got his shit together or any man over 30 with his shit together. So, yeah. 55-year-old man who in shape. I mean, that's basically Shannon Sharp. He's gonna be, if he got a couple dollars, he's gonna be plowing a 19-year-old OF chick. You don't got nothing coming, Grandma, at all. Especially coming with all this attitude and depression. Nah, you don't got nothing coming. You're the exact archetype of why older men don't date older women. All these fucking demands, but don't want to do shit. I ain't dealing with nothing and I ain't doing nothing for you. But you gotta do this. Like, no, it don't work like that.
Hell no!
Let me check one more thing. I'm gonna check one more thing.
I'll get you something once you finish your sentence. It's just really having fun with it. That's what it is. Like listening to the lyrics and being like, I'm gonna be in the song and I'm gonna mean what I'm singing. Hell no!
Let's get back to it.
That is physically fit, and I'm not saying being a gym rat, but
Well, hold up, listen, partner. I ain't no cheap thrill.
God, Auntie, the more they talk, you figure out why they are single.
She up here talking about she don't want no guy. They got little kids. He can't be saying that's my weekend, have my baby. I can't go to the casino.
But just remember this. He gotta be understanding if it's her weekend to watch the grandbabies. He gotta be understanding of everything she got going on in her life. You see how that don't make sense? You see how that don't work out? Because you're not gonna tell me she don't got no. You're not gonna tell me she doesn't have anything in her life that a man would feel inconvenienced by. That's just impossible, especially at this advanced age. He might want to go to the casino, but you might have to. He might want to go to the casino or go on a trip, but you might have a doctor's appointment. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be something. So it's just completely unrealistic for you to not want to deal with nothing, knowing that you got some shit that he would have to deal with.
This weekend. That's your, see what I'm saying? That's your man at best. Mr. Old, worn out, dried out, nug, need help with his child support. You would be blessed for him to come and stay with you and sleep on your couch for an extended stay. That would be a blessing. But you up here talking like you too good for him. Do we see the disconnect and the delusion? That's your.
All right, I'm gonna go get some crackers. So I'm gonna play this spirit video while I go get some crackers, and y'all can tell me what I missed.
If my nipples want to be the center of attention, who I am to stop them? That's a disease that females have nowadays. They have this mindset that their body is their femininity. And they're saying, if I am beautiful, why shouldn't I enjoy it? Why shouldn't I put it on display? And they walk around butt naked or butt covered in a way that doesn't give any place for imagination, forcing men to look at them, abusing the primal instinct men have to deal with on a daily basis just so they can get their attention. There is a lot of responsibility females need to take Time has arrived that it's enough blaming men for things that they didn't create. We want men to be compassionate, understanding, a loving, a caring, reliable, trustworthy person. But we don't give them a chance. All we do is abuse them. Oh, woo, look at this, BBL. Woo, look at this, breast augmentation. Woo, look at this, pussy cleavage. Stop with that shit. You rob men from their own chance to discover their masculinity by keeping them hard, by keeping them on the edge of not being able even to decide or not. Hold on, am I even horny? Do I even want to go and jerk off right now? No, she just passed by with all of her body exposed, and I couldn't resist. And you have to know, and I'm now talking to females, men can control themselves, but we never give them the chance. Men are thirsty to understand us. They want to be there for us. They crave this intimacy. They crave being your significant other. They crave to be this reliable person, that person, the only person you run to when you have to deal with something in life. But we don't give them a chance. There is a table full of chances, full of possibilities between a man and a woman. And that naked ass lady coming and shaving that whole table, putting her body on the table. And when they're being asked, what do you bring to the table? Oh, I'm the table. Didn't you see my body? There are millions like you. The fact that a female feels the need to force a man to abuse male instinct so she can get her attention makes her the weak person in the equation. Because if you're a woman that knows her femininity and knows that's her true power, and that femininity has nothing to do with your body, then you wouldn't use your body to make a man look at you. And those same females are going to social media, exposing themselves, hoping if a man sees them, he will want to invest into that beauty. He won't. He won't. Who wants to invest in that? You show your butt crack and tits. Well, he can find it easily on the phone. He doesn't even have to speak to nobody for that.
Still invest. There's always plenty of simps available. Right. There's plenty of men who will still invest. And that's why they keep doing it. That's why they keep doing it. I mean, they're ruining themselves for the future, but they don't think about the future. It's all about attention and validation and money now. Temporary money, not even long-term money.
Him, do we see the disconnect and the delusion? That's your man at best, sister. Stop.
Another reason why I'm still single. Also, I would like to meet someone that matches my energy, that is physically fit, and I'm not saying being a gym rat, but physically fit, that can take a walk with me, that doesn't mind getting on a bike or...
But let me break something down real quick. I was eating Teddy Grahams. But look, Latanya Phillips down there, she said it's giving dry energy. I mean, I see what she mean. But honestly, I think a lot of these women have too much personality. Not this woman, obviously, but when women try to give, not dry energy, they usually just end up being over the top. I think a man would prefer like a dry chick Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. A chick who's on the more dry side, as far as the long-term relationship, than a chick who's just too much. What would y'all rather have? A chick who's too dry, or a chick who could be described as too much?
That is physically fit, and I'm not saying being a gym rat, but physically fit, that can take a walk with me, that doesn't mind getting on a bike or just being spontaneous and adventurous. And I'm finding a lot of these men don't want to do that. All they want to do is Netflix and chill. You know, they.
Why does that not surprise me?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Okay, let's just break this down a little bit. All they want to do is Netflix and chill. There's plenty of lonely gentlemen out there who would never propose, you know, Netflix and chill. I love when they telling themselves that they're going after the same type of guy they've always went after. The player types, the emotionally unavailable types. But here's the thing. They would rather be alone than fuck with, good guy average Joe. Cause that's really what she's saying. Like, cause she said, she don't want to deal with all this Pookie nonsense. But she know the guys who aren't Pookies in her inbox. But what she's telling you is, I would rather just stay single if I can't get a tall, handsome, fit, charismatic man to do all this stuff that I'm saying to do. A guy on my level doing all this wouldn't be sufficient. I mean, but yeah, she's been on the dating market for 40 years. So, look, ma'am, if you couldn't figure out something by this point, which I'm sure she probably was, well, let me not assume that. She's a BW. If you couldn't figure out how to make a relationship work with a man, I say by 40, it's just time to hang it up. Because what's that? By 40, that's dating since 15. So yeah, that's a quarter of a century. So yeah, from 15 to 40, if you couldn't figure out how to pick a decent man and then maintain a relationship with that decent man in 25 years of dating and being on the market, just hang your fucking jersey up, man. Hang it the fuck up.
Do that. All they want to do is Netflix and chill. They.
The men you qualify for. If there's a man in his 40s and 50s that's still in shape, that's still worth his salt, he can get a 35-year-old woman. Why would he want a 50 plus? This ain't Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. This ain't that.
And all y'all, everybody, stop saying gym rat. There are very little gym rats left in existence. A gym rat don't watch TV. They ain't got too many hobbies. They in the gym working out 1 to 2 times on themselves on Ashley Doe and Kendra, et cetera, et cetera.
Do that. All they want to do is Netflix and chill. They ask me, "Oh, can you cook?" Of course I can cook. I raised kids, and I've been cooking since I was 11 years old. I can cook, so that's another reason. Also, a lot of men are not consistent. They want you to pursue them.
Tier Tyrone. I don't know if I heard that before. Did I just coin that? Top tier Tyrone and Pistol Pookie. I mean, I love when they tell on themselves, man. I love when they tell on themselves. There's plenty of second shift at the plant Earls who wouldn't make her chase them. That's why you should never feel sorry for them, man. They never stop chasing playboys. She want her a tall, handsome, charismatic 50-plus-year-old man. Basically James Bond. He's the most desirable man on the dating market. A 6-figure 50-year-old man who still look good and fit. It's not happening, Grandma. It's not fucking happening. You cannot compete with a, let's just say, a 30-year-old woman. We'll just say 30. Ma'am, there's no way in hell you can compete with a 30-year-old woman, even if she's, let's just say you are a good woman. You can't compete with the 30-year-old version of you. You just can't do it.
They want you to pursue them. They don't want to pursue you. They keep asking me, what do you bring to the table? What do I bring to the table? You know, what do you bring to the table? I am self-sufficient. All of my children are adults. I have my own home. I have several homes. I have my own car.
Okay, let's break this down. She's self-sufficient. She has her own car, multiple homes. Her kids are self-sufficient. None of that has anything to do with a man. Are you going to give me one of the homes? Is some of the money you're getting from, I don't know, one of the properties, is that going to go towards anything to help me out financially? None of that she just said has anything to do with a man. That's not bringing anything to a man's table. It's not. But she said she cook, but she's going to say something goofy about that too in a minute. What up, introverted? Yeah, there's a lot of guys who have theory. There's a lot of guys who subscribe. There's a lot of guys who subscribe to the idea that there's no such thing as a G woman. And when I say G woman, put the OOD after that. What's my stance on if there's any G women out there? I totally understand where guys like that are coming from. I do. I guess it depends on what your definition of a good woman is. I do think women need to be managed the whole relationship, the whole 50-year relationship. I don't think there's any point where it's like, okay, cruise control, I could just kind of let my guard down. She's a G woman. I don't got to stay on her. Like, no. It's a constant job to manage them and keep them on point, in my opinion. But yeah, nothing she named is really going to benefit some man who already got his stuff together. I mean, that would be beneficial to the men, like the Pookies who need a place to stay, but obviously she wouldn't want that guy. So for the guy she want, none of that stuff means anything that she just said.
I am self-sufficient. All of my children are adults. I have my own home. I have several homes. I have my own car. I can take care of myself, so I'm not needing anything but companionship, and I want to be able to build with someone.
No.
Okay. You want to be able to build with someone. I mean, if we 50, 55, I mean, what really are we building at this point? You got kids, grandkids. We're not building any empires at this point. We have more years behind us than ahead of us. It's time to just maybe go on a few trips, kick it, and watch Jeopardy. Like, just, yeah, go to the casino from time to time and just chill. We're not building anything. I mean, I'm not putting no babies in you. What are we building? That's what I don't understand what these women mean when they say build. They really mean, I want a man with his shit together to come in and help me build my shit up some more. That's really what they mean.
Needing anything but companionship, and I want to be able to build with someone.
No. You can get companionship. Huh.
You got to pay to play.
Yes. Break that wallet out. You said you make money. You own property. Sounds wonderful.
I hate to get my hopes up, but here we go. Now, sister, now your options open up. You now have one of the best options out there, Mr. Pay to Play. Just like men in your position, Y'all gonna get it sooner or later. You got to rip the hip for what you want. There's no way.
Yeah, lady. What what makes you think your companionship is desirable? Nothing about this video says that you're a likable person to sit in a room with. So why would this top tier man feel so blessed to have your companionship? That's what these women need to answer. Why would he want to go to the casino with you of all people? See, and they don't think they should have to sell themselves, but you do have to sell yourself to a man with a bunch of options who are objectively better than you. And this is just sick. Nose Ring Chronicles. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles at 50. Metal in your face. Yeah, you're a disgrace. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles.
Y'all gonna get it sooner or later. You got to rip the hip for what you want. There's no way around that. You're not gonna find a 50-some-year-old man with multiple properties, investments, all that good stuff. And he like, yeah, I want me, you know what I'm saying, a partner, and I'm not gonna pay for none of her existence. No, I'm gonna pay for her existence in full. She pays no bills. You got extra cars, give him a car. You know what I mean? Put his name on some stuff. Make him invest. And see what I'm saying? Ladies like this want men to be vested in a relationship, but they name ain't on nothing. Put Nug name on some stuff if you dare.
Because here's the thing, too. She wants a person. Like, she's coming on here trying to act like she's living her best life, single over 50, no drama. But look, if you really was living your best life, you wouldn't even be on here talking about this. It wouldn't have triggered you enough to make a video about it. It would have rolled off your shoulders because you living your best life. She desperately wants somebody. But the reason why we can't feel bad is because she has plenty of decent guys in the inbox, but she feel like she better than them. That's why my tear ducts are always dry over here.
I'm saying? Ladies like this want men to be vested in a relationship, but they name ain't on nothing. Put Nug name on some stuff if you dare.
Needing anything but companionship, and I want to be able to build with someone. I'm not looking to take anything from any man, but I'm also not looking to be a housewife. I'm past that stage in life.
Boom. There we have it. There we have it. She said, I'm not looking to be a housewife. I'm past that stage. AKA, I'm past the stage of bringing any value to a man. Just feel blessed that you in my presence. I ain't doing nothing for you. I'm past that stage in life. AKA, I'm past the stage in life where I feel compelled to pretend to be a decent human being. That's what that really means, y'all. That's what that really means. Men, we naturally want to do something in a woman's life. We naturally want to bring value to a woman's life. Women don't feel that way about men. They don't. They see catering to a man as slavery, and it's a burden to them. Women don't take pride. Most modern women don't take pride in traditional duties, traditional feminine duties. She feel like she aged out of having to bring value to a relationship, and that just doesn't make sense. I'm past that stage of being a housewife. So what does that mean? If we live together, you ain't gonna keep a clean house, you ain't gonna cook, but then I gotta deal with your dry ass personality and your mood swings and all that. Why not just stay single then for that guy? You ain't cooking, you ain't cleaning, you ain't pleasant. Why the fuck would he have you around? What, to ruin his day when he get off from work? It just doesn't make sense. Like, Basically, she's saying my personality and companionship is so great, it'll offset me not cooking, cleaning, or doing anything like that for you. Just experiencing my mind-blowing personality is enough value.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see the Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my
That's
god.
not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
Let's get the likes up and let's get the donations up if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours tonight. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Those are the preferred methods. You could do super chat or super sticker, but YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it, but it's better than nothing. So that's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Nothing has been met towards the $25 goal for me to stay on 2 hours. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, queen or king of the stream.
From any man, but I'm also not looking to be a housewife. I'm past that stage in life. I want a best friend and a partner. I'm not looking to cook dinner for you every day because it's mandatory. I'm looking to cook because I enjoy doing it. I'm just not into the mothering stage anymore.
Bingo. There we have it again. A woman feels like being loving and nurturing to a man is being his mother. But they don't realize men could say the same thing. Me protecting and providing is like being your father. I mean, in a way, as weird as it may sound, your spouse really does take the place of, a mother and father figure in some ways, in a lot of ways. Obviously the sex part is not involved, but you know what I mean. You're the woman of the house. You're the woman in a man's life. There's certain duties that come with that. See, women resent duties. Men embrace and take pride in duty. And that's why, in my opinion, just none of these woes are worth being in a relationship with. And I don't know when they ever were worth it. I mean, there's probably some women out there that take pride in their duty as a woman of the house and as the woman in a man's life that actually enjoy taking care of their man, enjoy cooking for their man, enjoy cooking for their family, enjoy laying his clothes out. There are some women who genuinely enjoy it. I'm not going to say they don't exist, but I'll tell you one thing. They are taken, and they're probably not talking on the internet. I'll tell you that. They're taken, and they ain't talking on the internet. Those are the two things we can assume about them safely.
Because I enjoy doing it. I'm just not into the mothering stage anymore.
I baptize you in the name of Jesus. Lord, have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, Lord.
They don't want to be women. Just be a concubine, be a side piece. There are positions available. Why do you want a position you don't qualify for?
Just light. That's what I mean when I say truck driver, babe. Keep it light. Get on the schedule.
Oh, we have a rare Bella in the house. A rare Bella we haven't seen in a while. Everybody say what's up to Jasmine. It's been a while, Jasmine. Glad you stopped by. Glad you stopped by. Hey, Jasmine, I don't know if you heard. If you can, or you can tell me to go F myself. If you can, follow me on Rumble. I don't think this channel has much longer. So if you could follow me on rumble.com, it would be greatly appreciated. All the rare Bellas put a RB in the chat. All my rare Bellas put a RB in the chat.
When I say truck driver, babe, keep it light. Get on the schedule. Be like, hey, come through 4 times a month, and we're gonna have a good time, knock it out the park. And that way there's no, you ain't got to worry about him saying, I want you to cook my food every day, wash my drawers. None of that exists. Y'all.
Yeah, when these women start getting older, they start describing basically a situationship. I mean, yeah, that's basically what she's describing. She said she don't want to be a housewife. She don't want to be required to cook or do nothing like that. So cool, you will be a side piece, and that's what you've been. So you'll be a side piece, and that's what you've been getting. That's the result you've been getting. But then you were complaining about Netflix and chill. So on one end, don't call me to Netflix and chill, but on the other end, I'm not gonna be a housewife to you. So which one is it? Pick a side, lady. Those are the only two categories that men have for a woman in their life: the Netflix and chill bitch or the housewife. So yeah, just stay single if you don't want to fit one of those two positions.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
Here I am, here I am.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
You're a fucking loser. You're literally a fucking loser.
Grow the fuck up. Grow up.
What an am I right?
The whole reason why I really didn't pursue it because he was a good guy.
To cook my food every day, wash my drawers. None of that exists. Y'all don't even know how much money each other person makes, because every time y'all meet, it's just a good fun time. Y'all splurge on one another. There you go. But ain't no building together. That ish is done. Just how you done being a housewife, ain't nobody building with you.
Man, you get some big unk hunching at best.
Now put it on me. Oh, what you wanna do? You wanna get high?
That's it.
Oh, you see, what Unc smell like? Put it in the chat. Brute. He smell like brute, jupe, and high karate.
Looking to take anything from any man, but I'm also not looking to be a housewife. I'm past that stage in life. I want a best friend and a partner. I'm not looking to cook dinner for you every day because it's mandatory. I'm looking to cook because I enjoy doing it. I'm just not into the mothering stage anymore. I want a best friend. So that's another reason. What else? A lot of guys have DUIs. They don't have a car or they can't drive, and
She went so deep, she went past hell.
What you mean to say is all the niggas you up with ain't.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I could totally see her with a nigga who got, multiple DUIs and who lost their license recently. That's your level, man. That's a match made in heaven for you. Yeah, just get a couple pets, man. Just get a couple pets.
what else? A lot of guys have DUIs. They don't have a car or they can't drive, and I'm not saying that anything's wrong with that.
It's not true. There are stats on this stuff. She gonna say a lot of men, meaning in her terms, majority of these men don't have license. They got DUIs, they crackheads. No, the men that you attract, Granny.
HQ, turn down your cantankerous and pay attention to what she just said. She said the
Let's get the donations up. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. If not, I'm about to get off after this video probably.
Act, Granny.
HQ, turn down your cantankerous and pay attention to what she just said. She said the majority of men don't have licenses. We gonna stop and say we know daggone well that's just not true at all. So that's not the majority, it's the minority. Hence oh my goodness, hence the statistic that 80% of women are hunching on 20% of the men. But they think this 20% makes up the majority, but it's the minority. You see how that works? You cantankerous queen, you.
The reason, what else? A lot of guys have DUIs. They don't have a car or they can't drive. And I'm not saying that anything's wrong with that, but that's a deal breaker for me. You need to have your own vehicle, have your own home, be on your job, or at least be consistent with your job. You know, for me, a man that jumps from job to job to job.
And there we go. And one thing HQ also says, they can ask for whatever they want. She like, you got to own your own house, own a car, be financially stable. Granted. And maybe they should start putting this on these women's tombstone. Yeah, this is Nana Josephine. She can ask for whatever she want, but she never got it. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Nana. Yeah, do you know what? What does it look like, Nana? What does his car have to look like? We got to start getting visual, because what we are learning, these sisters, they don't know what they don't know. They literally be saying stuff, whether they 20 something or 55. They just be saying stuff and really giving no thought. So, Nana, what does his car have to look like? Can he live in a mobile home that's paid for? You see? Give us some context, because then maybe we could roll with you. But right now, no.
For me, you need to have your own vehicle, have your own home, be on your job, or at least be consistent with your job. You know, for me, a man that jumps from job to job to job, that's a bit of a red flag for me. So I'm not being judgmental. I'm just saying why I'm still single. And I never thought about it until today, until this gentleman asked me, because, you know, he started telling me how cute I was. Cute has nothing to do with why I'm single.
Yeah, right. You has nothing to do with why you're single. That doesn't even really make sense. But yeah, you being ugly isn't the problem. You being ugly on the outside isn't your problem. You being ugly on the inside is your problem.
Has nothing to do with why I'm single. There are a lot of good-looking women out here that are single.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you.
She gonna say somebody walked up to her today and told her she was cute.
You're a liar.
That's a lie.
I mean, stop, man.
Cute. That's not cute. That's not cute. That's not adorable. You, Nana, you need to chill. What is this? This is why we use the word hubris. These women be so full on us. She be like, I know I'm cute, but cute women be single. When this delusion breaks, I fear.
Well, yeah. Now, this doesn't apply to this woman, but some of the most beautiful women in the world are some of the most beautiful women in the world are I'm gonna get it out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world are the most cursed in the dating market. Because if a woman feel like she got some cuteness on her, she feel like she deserves the best treatment from the best guy, and it just don't work like that. There's a lot of pretty women out there. There's 0.01% of men out there who are tall, handsome, charismatic, got a bag, and treat women like gold. That's 0.01% of men. And all cute to beautiful women think they deserve that. And 99.9% of them won't get it. Because pretty women feel like I ain't going to settle, but what they don't get is everybody settle. If you want a serious relationship for 50 years, you got to settle. No exceptions. But here's the thing. Somebody's getting this pussy over these years. And it's the guys that don't want to have anything serious with you. And you keep making the same mistake over and over again. Well, really, it ain't a mistake. They would rather keep getting played by Pookie and Tyrone or top tier, Thundercock, whatever, than try to make a relationship work with an average Joe who's a decent human being.
But cute women be single. When this delusion breaks, I fear that the self-deletion rates are going to increase because this is wicked. You hear her? She says she's like, I'm cute. That's why I'm single, or all cute women are single. They got a bunch other people in with their madness. She's like, it ain't just me. It's all of us. We all us cute 55-year-old Nas is single. God dang it.
And I never thought about it until today, until this gentleman asked me, because
Are you kidding me? Do anybody believe that she hasn't thought about it until today? That she's single at 55 and never been able to make a relationship work with a man for 40 years on the dating market? Do anybody believe that this is the first time it crossed her mind today when this dude asked her a question about it?
What kind of shit is that?
Ma'am, you're the problem. 40 years of failure, you're the common denominator. You're 1,000,000% the problem. Let's get the donations up. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Who gonna hit us with the buzzer beater? $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. Who want to kick off the donations? You might inspire some other people to donate. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat.
Go, God dang it.
And I never thought about it until today, until this gentleman asked me, because, he started telling me how cute I was. Cute has nothing to do with why I'm single. There are a lot of good-looking women out here that are single. And guys, we are not made. But at my age, me being 54, going on 55, I don't want the drama. I just want to have a best friend. So, let's see, what else? Why else am I single? I'm set in my ways. That's a really serious problem. I ain't gonna say it's a problem, but I am set in my ways.
She don't even want to admit it's a problem. She doesn't even want to admit it's a problem. She had a moment of clarity there, but then she hurried up and took it back. She had a moment of accountability there. She's like, nah, never mind. No, it ain't a problem. Nothing I do can be a problem. Yeah, and that's the problem. That's crazy that she admitted that it's kind of a problem and then took it right back. These women are sick. They're fucking sick.
God, you're sick.
Yeah, we already know you stuck in your ways. After 30, these bitches are stuck in their ways. Really, after 25.
I'm set in my ways. That's a really serious problem. I ain't gonna say it's a problem, but I am set in my ways. I like what I like. And so, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I thought I would just come on here and address why am I single. And I am not a difficult person. I am not mean. I just like what I like and I want what I want. So.
Here I am. Here I am.
I think the bitch got a lot of fucking audacity.
Well, thanks for tuning into today's episode. Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my presence.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life ever. I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life ever.
Funky dog head bitch. How dare you punk motherfucker? Back off, bitch, before.
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
No. You don't get any of that, you dirty whore.
With that being said, guys, tell me what you think.
It's over. What do we think? Big unk at best.
I don't do sit-ups. I don't do chin-ups. I don't do nothing but get up through them guts with my Johnson, bro. The hell is you talking about, bitch? Anybody, I'm gonna let all y'all know. My exercise is up to them thighs, bro. Believe that, bro. It's all about buzzing the nigga.
That's it.
At freaking best. Again, how can you ladies call out stuff like I'm stuck in my ways and not address it? Either change it or move accordingly. If
So it's 2025. So it's 2025 and men are making content about a woman's body count. Black men especially seem to be consumed with what a woman is doing with her body.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas fire out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, look, lady, it doesn't matter anymore. You got gray in your head. Nobody should be asking you specifically what your body count is at this advanced age. Any woman who try to fight you on the body count conversation, just you already know what it is. You already know what it is. And even if she got a low body count, like she might still be trying to fight it for feminism's sake. Either way, you know to stay away from that woman. But I agree, don't ask a woman her body count because she's not going to tell you the truth. I mean, if anything, just ask her if she a virgin. If she say no, just if anything, ask her if she a virgin. If she say no, just automatically assume 10 bodies, just off the top.
Is doing with her body. And white men are just as bad, like their whole civilization isn't falling apart. Meanwhile, 200,000 innocent people are in prison in the United States right
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Is this camera on me? Yes. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
falling apart. Meanwhile, 200,000 innocent people are in prison in the United States right now. 200,000 people. The suicide rate for men is skyrocketing. Those numbers literally just came out. The suicide rate is back up for men. Education, the gap in education for men has risen. More men are choosing not to go to college. Some of them because they want to do the lofty goal of sitting in front of a computer and playing games all day. The unemployment rate, especially for black men, again, skyrocketing.
Yeah, I would say definitely don't sit in front of video games all day. You need to be doing something productive, even if it's working on your YouTube channel. You need to be working on something that can get you somewhere in life. And I know it's some people that play video games for a living, but you know what I mean. I'm still going to take that general stand. Don't sit in front of the computer or TV all day playing video games.
Black men, again, skyrocketing. The numbers came out in January. But let's not talk about any of that. Let's talk about a woman's body count. Let's not talk about how the rate of poverty in this country is astronomical. 48 million people in this country live in poverty. Paycheck to paycheck is real. There are millions of homeless people in this country. People who work every day but cannot afford to find a place to live. But
Well, that's why dudes is just saying fuck it and staying with their parents and getting on the PlayStation. And T. Orlando, ain't you a lawyer or something? I mean, I'm not talking about you, man. Talking about motherfuckers who DoorDash and then just spend the rest of their time on the video game. But I mean, yeah, that's why a lot of people are saying F it. You can't. I'm not saying you can't get ahead, but for a lot of people, it's just not worth it. You got to work 3 jobs just to afford to be poor. And I could totally understand why somebody could just say F it if that's the situation.
find a place to live. But let's not talk about any of that. Let's talk about a woman's body count. 1 in 2 women in this country are molested or experience some type of SA before the age of 18, and 1 in 3 men are also affected by this. But let's not talk about that. No, that's not important. Let's talk about a woman's body count.
Well, just turn off the podcast who's talking about a body count. There's plenty of people in the world talking about things other than a woman's body count. Stop watching those content creators then. If it's irking your soul that much.
Talk about a woman's body count. These types of men have made a choice. They are no threat to the real men in power. They have been broken and coonified. They wouldn't dare speak against the men who run the system that's set up to steal, kill, and destroy. So they pretend they don't see any of that. Let's claim science supports your theory, men who are obsessed with a woman's body count. How can we use this information to eat? Is anyone going to build a business out of that information?
I mean, you could make this argument towards so many different things. People shouldn't talk about things unless they can build a business off of it. It's just a stupid thing to say. I mean, we could say that about so many different topics. But yes, men are making money on YouTube talking about a woman's body count. So just shows how much you know. I'm not making any money this stream for talking about it, but yeah, there are plenty of men who are. Speaking of that, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. If y'all want me to stay on longer than the rest of this video. Nothing has been met towards the $25 live stream goal. $5 makes you the live stream. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Let's get it.
Can anyone support themselves with that knowledge? How many videos can you make about that issue until people realize you're pimping the very women you look down on? At this point, we have to take a pause and see these men for who they are, distractions. Just like we are pumped with nonstop news about celebrities and sports figures, and we have these culture warriors who don't have the strength, the courage, or the discipline to build a better society. We have to be able to look at the total picture and get to work on the solutions.
All right, just let ain't talking about nothing. I'm out. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. He's definitely going to ask you about that when you meet him. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play an asshole on the internet, and I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever. Join the membership for exclusive live streams and episodes. Follow me on Rumble because I can get kicked off this platform any day now. Check out the merch, link in the description. New merch, Proverbs 21:9 merch coming soon. I didn't forget. I sent it off to get made today. And I got another one that I'm having them make called The Bible Was Right About Women. So those 2 concepts are coming soon to the merch store. But check out the merch I already got on there. Other than that, I'll see you guys I don't know when. Probably tomorrow. RB Sensei out.